This is an interesting topic by itself because I myself go through the same problem, which probably you might also go through. In the sense that, for example, to make this video up and running for you, it took some time. And why it took some time? It is because basically I didn't do it in time or on time, which I planned. So the topic, of course, you might have guessed as well. It is nothing but procrastination. So let's talk about what this procrastination is about. It is the act of unnecessarily and voluntarily delaying or postponing things, despite knowing that there will be a consequence. Predominantly, it is a negative consequence for doing so. People believe that with self-control it can be overcome, but actually that is not possible in my opinion, because whatever may be your self-control I had rather, and I was not able to produce the same video on time. So no amount of self-control you have, that is not going to solve the problem either. And probably people think that it is because of your natively inborn quality within code. For example, your DNA has laziness in place. Then what you need to do is that you need to make a sincere effort to overcome or rewire your brain in such a way that you need to identify some motivators for you, and you have to go after that so that you don't get into this problem. And maybe sometimes you may have to seek help from family and friends. And very very important thing is that you need to reward yourself for completing the task on time. That is very very important. And otherwise, if you are not a lazy bugger by yourself, then maybe you would have inherited because of some letharginess over a period of time, or you might have a overconfidence, or there could be some other factors why you are trying to procrastinate. This is common in youngsters, and if this problem continues, you will try to prolong that procrastination in your later part of life as well, which will have an impact. So how can I stop procrastinating? That's a fundamental question. Always know the starting point is start small, and break large tasks into smaller things, because we are talking in terms of self improvement or self development, personality development, in the context of goals what you are trying to achieve over a longer period of years. It is not just like what you do today and tomorrow. So break down your large task into smaller chunks, and pick one that you can do now. And so that you are you are able to do that by psychologically. If you can do that, you can repeat it. And second thing is make a plan. Okay, so once you have the plan, make the task into smaller elements, for example, there are chunks, and then you are able to do it without you knowing yourself. Psychologically, it has to get into your mind, and it gets practiced in the way of you doing things, even without you realizing it. That is very very important. And the very very fundamental aspect in getting this reward, which you have been talking about now a few minutes earlier, is that you have to finish the things. So without finishing, people have a tendency that they have started, they are it is work in progress. I am happy about it. It's a journey that matters. All that philosophical statements are absolutely fine, but if you don't finish, then it is still the job not done, which means that you have started but not finished. Is as good as not started. So what is the reason that could reason for not finishing the things, or even not starting the things? That is possible only through distractions. So if you manage how to deal with the distractions. Okay, distractions could be coming in the form of your attraction to social media, or something which you do. Maybe you may be doing things which you are not expected to do at that time. Okay, so anything could be a distraction. So I can't say that if you're a student, playing something could be a distraction, or watching a movie could be a distraction. But if you are a movie star, watching a movie is as good as studying for a student. So that cannot be a distraction. So anything for your personal growth, if if those aspects in life which are not adding value to that goal, all those things will be deemed as distractions. So deal with the distractions beautifully, and once you do that, you will, or by the time you would have developed a habit loop. That means that there is a action you need to do, and you need to, once you do that, there is a reward, and once you get the reward, again you go back to the starting point, which is there is a problem which you are trying to solve for yourself. However is a small the problem is, you are trying to solve for yourself. So that could be a reward could be an end point for this habit loop. And very importantly, don't overestimate how much you can achieve in a time frame, because people think that no, they have the capacity in mind, they can and even if it is a shorter time, like students studying for exams overnight, they think that okay, I have 24 hours, I can finish a subject. That might work for some but not for all. So don't overestimate based on certain time frames. So you give importance for each of these things. So learn that way correctly, and don't have overconfidence. That is very very important point on the efforts you are trying to complete, and whether irrespective of the time frame, and particularly it is more relevant if it is a shorter time frame. And to self trust that you are not getting into the space of or the problem of procrastination, you try to pick up some activities or job that demand very high of you. For example, you work under a taskmaster who drives you like crazy, morning to evening, every day and night. So what will happen is that if you are able to do that without any grudge or something, or negative feeling. For example, firefighters, they can't say that no, okay, let the fire go on, I will come after some time. So you need to pick up those kind of jobs. Maybe you can volunteer to be a traffic policeman kind of a thing, if it is allowed, and try to regulate the traffic for public. It can be even a social activity, but you can't have this procrastination or this lethargy getting into you, because there is going to be a huge impact if there is a traffic jam. Or sometimes you can do work based on high quality outputs. For example, if you are a creator, like you are a designer, UI designer, or a web designer, or you are lyrics, for example, lyrics for a movie, or anything, or for a music, uh, that requires high level of creativity, and designing also very very important. Journalism is another example where you have to be careful about. So these things won't have these things have a time frame, but at the same time it is not a daily task which you would be doing. If you are able to do that, then probably you are outside of this procrastination space. There is a word coined by David Allen in getting things done. That is, it is called 2 minute rule, which states that if an action will take less than 2 minutes, it should be done at the moment it is defined. To be honest with you, whoever has been interacting with me must have seen how I do things. So this is without even knowing this rule existing in the first place. Let me be honest with you guys. This I have been following at least for the last 20 years. And in our video, we would have discussed about these things called roll time in one of the earlier videos. So if the roll time demands, or if the task demands less than 2 minutes, I would say I would even go up to 60 minutes. That I can pay attention undisturbed. Even sometimes over I know I have been working with, they would be called for a discussion in that right moment, and after maybe 60 minutes or so, and the task has to be finished. So if you follow the same strategy, I mean, start with the 2 minute rule, you can extend up to 1 minute, I mean 1 hour or 1.5 hours as you wish. So this is kind of a golden time, and your mind should think of postponing to later or tomorrow. If you miss that 2 minutes in this example that David Allen getting things done, if you minute that 2 minutes, which is a golden time, then your mind will get into a state where it will start postponing things. It will give you, it will rather throw at you, the various excuses by which you cannot do, and it will be always convincing to you that yeah, it can be postponed, and it can be postponed to tomorrow, and that is the disease. And that disease, if you don't want, then you need to you need to stop procrastinating things in order to achieve your goals. Thank you for watching. This is Gokul for Business Doctor. Have a nice day. See you in the next video. Have a nice time. Cheers.